My life is an eclectic mess, and I love having random things that I immerse myself in. Hi, my name is Brandy. Some of my accomplishments include wife, mom, friend, honey lady, entrepreneur, and farm girl. Follow along with me as I discover other things I am passionate about. The first on my list is achieving my private pilot's license. Why? Because why not? My favorite thing in life is proving to myself that I'm a badass. Plus, my husband is a pilot, and we have already managed to take the air coast to coast. In my vlogs, you'll see the journey to discovering more, parts of my real life, and places we travel to. So hit that subscribe button now, and don't forget to like my videos.
Hi! Welcome back. Were you with me last week when we traveled to Missoula and did a long cross country to a towered airport? It's a bit of a mouthful right there, right? But there's all these things you have to do in your requirements in order to fulfill them to be able to take your check ride, and that is one of them. So we took that beautiful scenic route, stopped in Ronan, got back up, and then we went back down to, continued down on to Missoula, and then back up to Kalispell, and so that was beautiful. But today I start my flight on my own. Charlotta is not going up in the plane with me. For the first 10 minutes, 5 minutes, nada. It's me. So when I got to my lesson, I was freaking out, a little nervous. My nerves were a little wonky. Charlotta was there before I went up and before she went up on her lesson with another student. And so I just had a heart to heart with her. We chatted. She helped calm my nerves. And so when I went out there and did all my pre-flights and stuff, I had my plane revved up a little higher than just an idle, and so I was told by another adult, another pilot there, that I needed to pull them down. So that kind of shuffled me a little bit, and I was more quiet and reserved, but I was still able, and I did awesome. You have to watch it. My first takeoff and my first landing.
Kalispell City, Cessna 90568 Victor at Red Eagle, taxi to runway 31, Kalispell City. So now this is where we do our run up, so brakes. So fuel selector is both. We have fuel in both. Trim is taken off, flight controls. Okay.
Kalispell 23 X-ray, left crosswind 31, Kalispell.
Mixture is in best, primer is in and locked, so 17.
Kalispell City, Cessna 734, share with good fuel, midfield cross, up to VOR, Kalispell City.
Okay, left is good. That one's good. Pull the carb heat. Make sure it doesn't continue going down. Okay, that means we don't have ice.
Kalispell 23 X-ray, left downwind
Vacuum's
31,
good.
Kalispell.
Okay, so the amps are here, and we can test them by taking this alternative off and put it back on. Oil pressure, temperature. Okay, now we're going to pull this all the way out. Okay, now we can go back to 1,000. Friction's good. So we got flaps are neutral, mixture is best, carb heat is off, squawk is still there. Heading bug is off, so we're going to go between here. Doors, windows. Okay, landing light, strobe light, and then note the time. Okay, Kalispell City, Cessna 68 Victor, taking runway 13 for closed traffic, Kalispell City.
Kalispell 23 X-ray, clear of active runway, Kalispell.
feet are off. We're going to hold the right rudder. Okay, so we are going to
Kelsey, traffic 128 kilo on the 45 for left upwind. 31 crossing midfield, Kelsey.
All right, this is where we do our checklist. And then we're gonna pull the carburetor heat. I have fuel, selector both, fuel and both. I have a tire, she has a tire.
Traffic 128 kilo.
Mixture search.
Final 31 Kelsey.
Okay, so they are good. So we are going to stay in this. There's the final. Alright, so they are about to land. So when we beam the numbers, right rudder. When we beam the numbers, we're going to pull down to 1500, which is right here. Okay, so 1500, we are in the white, so now we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, flaps are down. Now we're going to wait. We're going to descend. I'm not descending though.
Kelsey, 23 X-ray, left crosswind, 31, Kelsey.
There we go. Kelsey City, Cessna 68 Victor, turning left base for 31 Kelsey. Nose.
Kelsey City, stationary 166 Zulu, 15 miles south inbound, 4,500. Traffic 128 kilo, clear of 31 Kelsey.
Oh, I am so
Kelsey, 23 X-ray, left downwind, 31, Kelsey.
Kelsey City, Cessna 68 Victor, turning final 31 Kelsey. I did it. Oh my goodness, Charlotta is going to be so happy. I freaking did it on the first one.
Kelsey, 23 X-ray, left base for 31, Kelsey.
Kelsey City, Cessna 68 Victor, cleared runway, Kelsey.
I did it! I cannot believe my first landing from my first starting flight on my own was crazy. I freaking did it. I'm not gonna bore you with all my patterns today because I literally just went up and around and back down, and I just kept doing that to try to perfect that landing, because the takeoffs, I feel like, yeah, with the wind, it's different each one, but it's not as crazy as the difference in landings. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about a written test because I am about to go take my written test. My written test is scheduled. I've been studying. I'll show you. It's been like paper studying, my Sporties studying, and the EB6 calculator and all those fun things. But I got my test scheduled. It's $175. And Red Eagle does it, so I'm gonna go down there. So I got it all scheduled. I'm studying, and guess what? I went and took the test, and I felt pretty good. But Travis said, hey, you know, I was weeks on end studying in the morning, studying at night, and I didn't just do what you did. And I think I don't remember how long I was studying for. It was not that long, but I'm like, I can do this. So I went down and I took the test, and I felt pretty good because I only marked a couple, and the questions I marked that it was like iffy on, I'm like, I'll still pass because you needed 70% or better to pass. I took my test, and I am not shouting it out everywhere. I missed passing it by one question. I swear I did so much better than my score was. I felt confident. There was about 11 out of the 65 questions I wasn't exactly sure on, but even if I only missed 11, that's still passing by like, I think I calculated 85%, but I got a 68%. That's not me. I don't know what failure is. Not fun. I went and got Frugals. I have my large milkshake, and I'm gonna go sleep. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It sucks. The test was $175, and you don't get that back. So when I take a test again, it's gonna be another $175. And the next test might not be the same questions as what I had this time. It could be harder, it could be easier, but I don't know. And you don't even know which questions that you get wrong. They only tell you the category the question was in that you got wrong. How hard is that to study? It's such a high, and at the same time, it's such a low. And I create those such a low moments, or I also create those such a high moments. Honestly, I have no, I have to have this done. It's just me. But, you know, the not passing the written test was a very big emotional roller coaster for me because it was just so much studying in a short amount of time, high standards, all these different things I set on myself, and it didn't work out. But as long as I continue on this path and I keep progressing, it will get passed, but just not today. So anyways, that's enough of my failure to my written test, but I totally killed my first solo flight lesson from the beginning. That was a win. So come back next week. Next week, we are going to be checking another thing off of the list. I will have to do 3 solo landings and takeoffs at our local towered airport while the tower is open and operating, so I can talk to the tower and work out those details through the communications. But they're full stop. I can't do a takeoff, a touch and go. So I'll see you next week.